He's off?
We're not even going to mention being we're not going to say where they're reading.
say broadcasting live tonight from that camera is broadcasting from there.
The Caribou girls are playing better. They win tomorrow. As long as they beat Orono, who's 2 and whatever. 2 and 12. Those are both big games. It's a huge game for the boys. I think if the boys win out and WA wins out, the boys get no prelim. They skip the prelim. They got more points in WA that they lose tomorrow. And they could lose tomorrow. The Old Town boys are playing better. We're not playing very well. They only beat us. Then after that, should probably be going on. Better for the Holton boys.
They do.
They have 3 heel points. We can watch a little of that. Weekend. Just talking about the games this weekend.
Welcome to this basketball broadcast brought to you by WHOU and WFKT by Bowers Funeral Home, the County Federal Credit Union, TNT, Northern Maine Community College, Scoville Building Supply, FAP Body, United Insurance, J. McLaughlin Construction, Daigle Oil Company, Priority Auto Sales, Rick Hannigan Plumbing, Cushman & Sons, KBHC, County Ag and Turf, Bolton Tire and Steelstone, Maine Equipment, Griffith Ford, Napa and Coastal Auto Parts, Pat's Pizza, Madigan Home Healthcare, Pioneer Times, Pioneer Broadband, Thompson and Hamill, Aroostook Limousines, Huber Engineered Woods, Jeans Electronics, County Physical Therapy, Katahdin Trust Company, White Smiles, Maine Baseball Academy, S.W. Collins, Nortrax, Herring Brothers. Now let's go down to the
Will we
floor.
be able to hear the set? Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's broadcast here on WHOU. We are broadcasting live from Ellsworth High School, getting ready to bring you two games. It's going to be the Caribou Vikings, who've made the trip down from the Great White North all the way down to Ellsworth, and it's going to be the girls playing first, boys coming up second. We want to thank you once again for tuning in. I'm Tim Keating, joined tonight here by Rob Moran. Hunter Flynn is working the camera for us. The JV game went just a little bit long, but the girls have taken the floor, Rob. You and I are excited to bring these two games.
Yeah, absolutely. Two huge games tonight. This first game, two teams that are towards the bottom of the playoff spots, but looking to move up in the standings, the 10th and 11th place teams. And long bus drive down here for Caribou, and this, if they could find a way to pull off a win, the Lady Vikes, this would be one of their biggest wins of the year.
Yeah, no question about it. I think you could say whoever wins this one is safely in for sure, because there's a decent amount of points to pick up, and each team has somewhat of a sizable lead over Foxcroft. Of course, that could change with one big win, knowing what Foxcroft has coming up. But, I would say whoever wins is probably definitely in, and then the other team might need one more before they can sleep halfway.
Right, absolutely. You want to get in early and try to iron out things. When you get to the point where you can work on some things, you're going to postseason, and it doesn't necessarily mean winning and losing to get where you want to be.
This is a weekend full of big games. Of course, no exception here on WHOU. We are going to bring you all of the action. We'll talk about that more. We're also going to cover both of these two teams. Why don't we go ahead and take a break? We'll send it back to the station. When we come back, we will talk a lot more here on the Jay McLaughlin Construction Show about the Caribou Lady Vikings and Ellsworth Lady Eagles. Back in 2 minutes.
This is Neil. Can I help you? You're where? I'll be right there. What'd you guys do? Giving steals! That's all you did? Yes! There's nothing wrong with that. I guess there is something wrong with giving away steals.
Still, this 2016 CRV SC, now only $17,995.
I don't know why.
They were good steals.
Don't get flush traded. Get Rick Hannigan Plumbing and Heating to handle all your pipes. Master Plumber Rick is ready to get your pipes back in action. Give Rick a call today at 538-7131 and like him on Facebook.
Scoville Building Supplies may be a little store, but it's a whole lot more. You can find most anything you need at Scoville Building Supplies: plumbing, painting, lumber, windows, or doors. Everything you will need for your construction, remodeling, updating, or building. Call Scoville Building Supplies today at 425-3192.
It's never too early to start planning for your future, whether that means protecting your family with life insurance, college planning, or starting to save for retirement. I want to help you get started.
Regardless of your age, it's important to start planning for your financial future now. And as you inch closer to retirement, it's important for you to protect your assets, your retirement income, and your family.
Thompson Hamill has many tools available to help you chart your course on your financial roadmap. Thompson Hamill, LLC. Your family, your future.
Welcome back to the Jay McLaughlin Construction Show here on WHOU. There's about 12 minutes left on the Coastal Auto Parts scoreboard. Coastal Auto Parts is your local Napa auto parts dealer, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares, with stores in Caribou, Presque Isle, Holton, East Mill, and Knockton. Again, about 12 minutes from getting this game underway as both teams are out there warming up right now. Rob, you and I have had a chance to get to see both of these clubs already on the season. Caribou comes in with a record of 5-9. Coach Kayla Brown's team is ranked number 11. The last game was a 62-50 win over Foxcroft Academy on Monday. But, of course, they haven't really played much in the past, since Monday. And then on the other side, Coach Andy Pooler's 7-5 Ellsworth Eagles, ranked number 10. And they're coming off a 38-30 loss on Wednesday against MDI.
Yeah, and they're a team that started fast, has struggled a little bit more lately, but like we talked about, still where they want to be, still fighting, still pretty. There's a great chance for them to get to the postseason, but this would be a big win for them tonight.
Why don't you talk just a little bit about the Caribou Lady Vikings?
Okay, they're an interior team led by Taylor Lebrecq, who does a really nice job scoring, and Paige Espling, who is leading the Big East in block shots, and one of the better rebounders, and they have a ton of size inside, pretty solid. Kimmy Susie's their point guard, along with Selena Savage, does a lot of the ball handling. Selena, the impressive freshman. The fifth starter is Emily Collins. Emily has shown herself. She used to be her fifth starter. I'm sure she probably still is. I don't know that, but she's had some solid games for them. They've been playing better, Caribou. They struggled for a while, but they've been playing. I've watched them a couple times lately, and I feel like they're playing a lot better basketball right now, and they're a team I wouldn't necessarily want to play them in a prelim game.
Yeah, they've got the reigning Big East Player of the Week in Paige Espling. As you said, she's a force on the interior. Susie, you talked about, good ball handler, good three-point shooter. Taylor Lebrecq, good back-to-the-basket player, capable of scoring in double figures herself. So Coach Brown's club's really starting to play their best basketball at this point in the season, which is what you want now with only a few weeks left to go.
Yep, absolutely. And they have an eraser inside. Paige Espling does as good a job as anybody. We had a game earlier in the year, you and I did, where she blocked about 10 shots.
Right.
Probably changed about another 10. And, I mean, that's a big factor when you can't run offense and get layups and easy shots in the paint. It makes a big difference.
I recall that game you're referencing, as she had 8 points to go along with the double-digit rebounds and blocks. We're going to go ahead and take a break here on WHOU. We're going to just sort a few technical things out, and we'll come back in about 3 minutes on WHOU.
Lincoln Power Sports is the leading ATV, snowmobile parts, accessories, and outdoor equipment dealer in Lincoln. Whether you're looking for the latest new products from BRP, Can-Am, Skidoo, or today's best clothing and accessories, we've got it. It's no wonder riders and customers trust Lincoln Power Sports for ATV and snowmobile service and installation of parts and accessories. Stop by our store or browse our extensive online catalog from anywhere in the world. Call 207-794-8100. We would love to hear from you.
Aroostook Limousines and Ace Rent-A-Car get you there in style. Aroostook Limousines has 8 and 12 passenger limousines and a 20 passenger party bus for evenings out, proms, weddings, birthdays, concerts, whatever the celebration. Travel anywhere in state. And Ace Rent-A-Car specializes in insurance rentals and has locations in Presque Isle, Holton, and Patton at Savage Paint and Body. Ace offers everything from compact cars to vans. Ace Rent-A-Car. We do it right and we make it easy. Reach both businesses at 768-7368.
Madigan Healthcare Services provides a continuum of healthcare, from skilled nursing facility, rehab therapy, to home health care.
After 5 days in the hospital, they suggested that I come to the Madigan. The level of care, the service, the respect that they showed me, even the aftercare, everything about it was really excellent, and I feel healthy. So the services that I've received at the Madigan have enabled me to get back to those things that I've really love to do.
Out here, builders choose Advantech products to provide a durable base that helps prevent bouncing and warping. So in here, you can enjoy the beauty of luxurious finished floors without worrying about pops, squeaks, or creaks. Because out here, and in here, there's no better sound than the peace and quiet that comes from Advantech products. The flat-out best for a quiet, stiff floor.
Hello, this is Tony Bowers at Bowers Funeral, and we want to wish good luck to all area basketball teams, boys and girls, as you strive for the gold ball at the end of the season. We are proud to be a part of your communities and our family serving your family since 1900. Good luck, play hard, and above all, be good sportsmen.
TheCounty.me, your source for countywide sports, including scores and highlights from the greater Holton, Presque Isle, and Caribou regions. We also are the source for all the latest daily news and community happenings for readers of the Holton Pioneer Times, the Star Herald, and the Aroostook Republican and News coverage area. Visit us now on the web at thecounty.me.
Welcome back here on WHOU. About 5 minutes left here in the pregame as we had a few technical difficulties. Somebody decided they needed to steal our power source from us, but we've got the camera back up and working. We're excited to get ready to bring you the Caribou Lady Vikings and the Ellsworth Eagles. Rob, before we went to break, we talked a little bit about the Caribou Vikings. How about the Ellsworth Eagles and Coach Andy Pooler's club?
Yeah, led by Trinity Montigny, who averages about 15 points a game. Jocelyn Jordan does a nice job in the paint. Sam Carter, a really good shooter. They lost to a pretty tough MDI team. We saw MDI girls early. We thought they were a pretty good squad. And if you remember early in the season, I think Ellsworth started out 3-0 or 4-0.
Right.
They're now sitting at 7-5, so they've struggled a little bit lately, but they haven't struggled enough that they're not in the thick of the playoff picture. And they're trying to get up into the situation where they can hopefully have a home playoff game, but that could be difficult. They've got a ways to go to get to that point.
With the slight height advantage, you got to expect the Caribou might want to try to slow the ball down a little bit. They got pretty good average size. You go across the board. They can bring in Abby Robbins off the bench, but just with Espling and Lebrecht alone in the lineup, you figure they're going to want to try some decent half-court offense.
Yeah, absolutely. And defensively, we know that they like to have Espling kind of play a roamer.
Right.
She stands in the middle of the paint. She's like a one-man zone, and she blocks a ton of shots in there. She does a nice job generally not getting in foul trouble, keeping her arms nice and high and not swiping down at the ball. She lets the ball meet her hand instead of vice versa, and it's just a force in the paint.
One key to watch, we've seen Caribou play a lot of 1-3-1 with Espling in the middle of that zone, but Ellsworth has a few shooters. You talk about Montigny as well as Kerr. I mean, those are two girls that can line it up, and if they're able to get the ball out to the wings, try to break up that zone.
Yeah, and that's kind of what's acceptable versus a 1-3-1. Sometimes it's hard if you can throw skip passes against a 1-3-1. You're going to get some open looks. The theory behind it is you want to put enough pressure on the ball on the wing that it's really tough to throw that skip pass. Also, 1-3-1 is usually vulnerable to some offensive rebounding, and we'll see. Caribou has a slight size advantage. I wouldn't say it's a huge size advantage at all.
And as we look at things, we've got all kinds of action coming up on WHOU. The other games you can catch tonight, Fort Fairfield's made the trip up to Central Aroostook. They're at the Panther Palace. The girls' game is underway as we speak, and that started at 5:30. Boys' game will be underway at 7 p.m. Those are two pretty big games in Class C, particularly on that girls' side.
Yeah, absolutely. Two really good teams. And last we knew, Central Aroostook was up 5. It was 9-4 very early in the game. I haven't gotten an updated score for a while.
A couple of the games are going to bring you tomorrow here on WHOU. Wilton is going to be at Old Town. The boys play first. Those games are at 12:30 at 2 p.m. Then the girls will play after. Those are also very big games, Rob.
Absolutely, monster games. The Holton boys, they're in a situation, they're battling with WA for that last home, or not home playoff game, but the last spot to not have to play a playoff game, the 4 or 5 seeds. And I think if both teams win out, I think the Holton boys will win because they have more points on their schedule. Although right now, Holton's 5 and WA has about a 3-point lead on them. On the girls' side, the 4 or 5 teams are playing tomorrow, Old Town and Holton. Well, the Holton girls are 4, Old Town's 5, and if Old Town happens to beat Holton, they're going to zoom by them, and it'll be real tough. I think if the Holton girls win tomorrow and win against Orono, I think they'll be in real good shape, even if they lose at Stearns, which obviously is going to be a real tough game. Doable. I mean, they had a shot at Stearns at home, but it'll be a tough one for sure.
In the other game we're going to bring you tomorrow, or 2 games I should say, you and I will make the trip to Southern Aroostook. It's going to be Fort Kent at Southern Aroostook. The boys play first, the girls second. Those games at 2 and 3:30, and in particular, we expect the boys' game to be a great game.
Yeah, absolutely. I watched. They played early in the season, and we streamed that game, which
we did.
was pretty cool. and boy, Southern has a little bit of a size advantage, but boy, that Fort Kent team, they can get out and go. They got a lot of athletes, a lot of kids that can shoot the ball, and they came out victorious at Fort Kent. Fort Kent generally, year after year, is tough at home, so we'll see if Southern Heuristic maybe can do some damage against them down there. And on the girls' side, Southern Heuristic girls, I would say, are probably a heavy favorite, but you never know.
Two teams have made their way over to the bench as they're getting some final instruction from their coaches. We're going to see when they come out. Caribou is going to be wearing their traveling maroons with the gold and white trim, and Ellsworth is wearing their home white with the gold and black. Gym's starting to fill up a little bit. This is just game number 1 of 2. We're expecting a huge crowd because coming up after this, it's going to be the number 1 seeded Caribou Vikings taking on number 3 Ellsworth Eagles, and you got to expect it's going to be anything like the MDI games we covered earlier this week. It's going to be a packed gym.
Oh, yeah, and Caribou travels better than anybody or as good as anybody. I happened to be at Subway today when the kids came through, and there was a lot of fans came through right behind the bus, so I expect there to be a lot of Caribou people down there.
At this point, we'll go ahead and take it across the floor where we will have the County Federal Credit Union starting lineup. The County Federal Credit Union is a community-based financial institution with nearly 20,000 members. The branch is conveniently located in Caribou, Presque Isle, Fort Fairfield, Holton, a soon-to-be open location in Marcel. The County Federal Credit Union has the coverage to meet all of your financial needs. One of their local branches, see why membership makes a difference. We're going to go across the floor and catch the starting lineup.
First representatives are here today in the lobby to explain this program. And you can help our school earn some of this money by simply making a free throw at halftime. There's no cost to participate, so be sure to sign up for the First Man Challenge for halftime. Also, make sure to buy a round ticket for the concession stand to participate in the halftime shooting contest. All you have to do is make a layup, free throw, 3-point shot, and then a half-court shot on your first shot in under a minute. If you do this, you'll have the jackpot. The jackpot is up to $123. A reminder, DHS has no smoking policy at all school buildings and athletic facilities. Also, please take note of the exits at each one of the gyms in event of emergency. And as a reminder, the Ellsworth All Sports Boosters Club concession stand is open and ready for business in the cafe area. Tonight's coaches and their staffs are making unusual fashion statements by wearing sneakers while coaching. They are joining high school coaches all over the conference this week in suits and sneakers to raise awareness about the fight against cancer and the American Cancer Society's important effort to save lives. You can join by making a donation for cancer research or by going to the Dickies Facebook page and making a pledge for all 3-pointers made across the conference this week. Also tonight, you may see many of our DHS students wearing white t-shirts. These shirts are part of this year's collaboration with Rachel's Challenge. It is a school-wide initiative to promote kindness and school spirit. Now for tonight's starting lineups. First, the Vikings, coached by Caleb Brown and assisted by Mark Reeves. Number 2, Kim Susie. Number 14, Peter Schleppling. Number 5, Taylor Sigel. Number 15, Selena Savage. And number 23, Taylor Brett. And now starts Slowski and your Ellsworth Eagles. Number 4, Jocelyn Jordan. Number 5, Tracy Carter. Number 11, Trinity Montgomery. Number 14, Sammy Carter. And number 15, Kylie Rodo. All being coached by Amy Ford, assisted by Shane Rowe and Shan Curtis. At this time, we ask you to please rise from your hats as we honor our great nation. As the Ellsworth High School Pep Band, under the direction of Mr. Jamie Collado, plays our country's national anthem.
With that, we're about ready to get this one underway. Once again, the starting lineup's brought to you by the County Federal Credit Union. For Ellsworth, it's going to be Casey Carter, Trinity Montigny, Samantha Carter, Jocelyn Jordan, and Kylie Robideau. And for Caribou, it will be Kim Susi, Paige Espling, Taylor Schedule, Elena Savage, and Taylor Lebrecht. Caribou's going to come out first. We'll see Espling go stand in the center circle with an obvious height advantage. As I look at that Ellsworth starting lineup, there are 3 point guards, but again, the size advantage clearly in favor of Caribou.
Yeah, so that's going to make it a tale of tempo, right? Ellsworth probably going to, like you said, Caribou going to want to slow it down. Ellsworth's going to want to speed the game up.
Now it's Montigny. He's out top. Gets the ball around the left side to Jordan. Ball's going to be tipped and stolen away. Susi's going to take it with the left hand. Going to lay it up and in. Caribou's on the board first. It's a 2-0 lead for the Vikings.
Great start for Caribou. Susi shot that pass in lane and got the layup out of it.
With it now for Ellsworth. It's going to be Jordan. Works it around in the corner now. Casey Carter.
Caribou playing man-to-man with Espling doing what she traditionally does. She's kind of covering that paint.
Jordan's jump shot's going to be off the mark. Rebound's going to be tipped. We're going to have a whistle. No signal yet. Now it's going to be a Caribou basketball.
Looks like Ellsworth's going to stand a little bit of pressure, token-wise.
Casey Carter come up as well as Montigny. And the Savage, only a freshman. She's been tested all season long. She started right from game 1 as Vikings try to go inside to Espling. The pass is going to be off the mark. Ellsworth has it. Montigny passes up her defender, gets in. You see Espling, even though she didn't block that shot, Rob, she definitely altered the choice of Montigny.
Yep, we're going to see a lot of that. It makes people pull up instead of going all the way and getting a layup. You pull up a little early. Looking to lob it into Espling there, but we'll need to throw a little better pass.
He draws a crowd as well, making those passes tough. 6:48 remaining here in the first quarter. Still 2-0 Caribou. Ellsworth looks to start the offense this time along the right side. It's going to be Robideau. Way out top, picks up her dribble, needs help.
Espling kind of daring her to shoot out there, playing back in the middle of the paint.
Carter needs a pass outside to Samantha Carter. Again, they try to go inside, and another turnover, and then tie up.
Good block by Taylor Lebrecht.
And Caribou's going to have the basketball as they have the possession arrow.
Espling comes up with the rebound.
Once again, we'll see pressure from the Eagles. But just token pressure. Savage, like she's going to bring it up. Going to try to trap her near midcourt.
A little run and jump there. I haven't seen a lot of that this year. I always like that defense.
Nina has to pivot, keep the dribble alive. Now the ball's along the right side. Susi. Espling this time in the high post. Work it around. Three-pointer is going to be put up. That is off the mark. Skitchell just couldn't get the shot to fall.
Decent look, though. In and out.
Low scoring start so far. Over 2 minutes here into the first quarter. 2-0 Caribou. Casey Carter way out top. He's going to be guarded by Savage. Leaves a screen. Come down pass, and then that's going to be erased as Paige Espling comes in with a big left hand.
Yep, those long arms wadded it away.
Lebrecht in the post decides to kick it out. Finds Susi. Once again, they're going to go inside to Espling. We said she's the Big East reigning player of the week. If the shot's no good, let's see who touched it last. Going to be off Caribou Vikings.
Nice try there by Taylor Lebrecht. Sneaking in, trying to get that rebound. Didn't quite gather it in.
Caribou not wanting to put any pressure on. They're happy to play a slowdown game.
They've done a great job defensively. Ellsworth hasn't had a ton of good looks. That's their first good look right there of the game.
Carter got into the lane. It bounced 3 times off the back of the rim. Just could not get the shot to drop. Espling with the rebound. Finds Lebrecht. She's going to look to push it. The shot off the glass, no good. And one and done on that trip as the rebound was cleared by Jocelyn Jordan.
Decent look.
Montigny, fire one up from downtown, and that'll get Eagles on the board. It's 3-2 now, Ellsworth.
You can see what a talented offensive player she is, though. Took the hard dribble and pulled it back and knocked down the three. All kinds of confidence.
Susi with the ball, left corner. Out top, Lebrecht. Schedule finds Savage. She's going to step into a shot. No good. Weak side rebound is going to be put back up and in, though. Schedule going to re-give the lead back over to Caribou.
They did a nice job. They're getting that rebound, keeping it high, and sticking it in.
Turnaround shot in the lane is up and in, that time by Robideau.
Yeah, tough shot there. She said, I don't care if you're a shot blocker. I'm going to go up anyway.
5-4 now, Eagles. Caribou again starts on the right side. Lebrecht brings it around. Savage wants to try one from downtown. No good. Espling right there by herself. But then, good defense played by Robideau. She ended up tying up Espling.
Yep, got her hand in there. Made sure she didn't foul.
Not an easy task whatsoever. Usually Paige does such a good job of keeping the ball high, but that time she brought it down. Ellsworth earns back a possession. The ball's in the corner. Samantha Carter, and a hand check violation. That's been a focus all season long of the officials.
It's going to be on Kimmy Susi, I believe.
Just the first foul of the game. 3:45 now remaining in the first period on Tigney. Trinity, the lone senior starter. Shot's going to be put up partway down as it rimmed out. Casey Carter just couldn't get the shot to fall. The putback no good as well, and Espling clears the board.
Yeah, she had a lot of time. Caribou have to do a better job on closeout, so they're going to hit a lot of shots.
Jordan did a nice job getting back, bent the layup, because otherwise it would have been all Taylor Lebrecht. Here's Savage. Gidgel picks up her dribble. She needs some help. Now Susi. Timmy in the high post.
Keep looking for that high-low. They haven't had a lot of success with it, but they look for that every time.
I think we saw Caribou do a lot more as Lebrecht hits a shot from the free throw line extended. Rob, we saw them looking for Savage a little bit more on some of those high screens as well. Haven't seen that just yet here early on.
Yeah, I mean with some ball screens, yeah, absolutely.
6-5 Vikings.
Nice confident shot that last trip by Taylor Lebrecht.
Casey Carter, and now it's going to be a double dribble going against Ellsworth. That'll give the ball back over to the Vikings.
With the way Ellsworth's playing defense, Tim, there's going to be some open shots because they're trying to sandwich Taylor Lebrecht, especially on skip passes. If you can throw a skip pass, it's going to be an open shot on the other side of it.
Savage, he receives a high screen this time. Lucy looking to go to Espling. Turnaround shot in the lane, no good, but she drew contact.
Yep.
4 white shirts around her after she caught the ball.
Yeah, that was tough too. Tough to finish there because she never squared up all the way. She wasn't really able to because of that much traffic around her, but she did draw the contact. She's going to get 2 out of it.
Gives us time to give you the injury report brought to you by County Physical Therapy. Whether you want to get back to sports, back to work, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help. 5 locations in Aroostook County and a new location in Bangor. You can visit countypt.com to learn how CPT can help you. Pleased to say that everyone is healthy coming into this contest for each of the ball clubs. We see a turnover. Looks like a carrying violation. We'll give the ball back over to the Vikings.
Espling buried both those free throws, making it 8-5.
We see Savage bring the ball up.
They're looking to run and jump. They're looking to double the ball.
Gidgel will let one fly from along the baseline downtown. No good. Lucy kept it alive. Espling picked it up, and again she draws a crowd. That was good defense once again by Kylie Robideau.
Nice play by Kim Susi, though, to keep that alive. Just Espling couldn't quite finish in that traffic.
Casey Carter gives the ball to Montigny. He hasn't had much room to maneuver here in this first quarter. Down pass in underneath. Robideau can do it on both ends of the court. Gets her team back within a single digit.
Good old-fashioned screen and roll there. Looked like a pretty effective play. And a lot of hoops scored on that one over the years.
Sometimes you just go back to the basics. See a lot of complex offensive sets, Rob. In various places we go. And there's a travel that time by the Vikings.
Hard to defend that screen and roll. I mean, that's all the rage. I know sometimes we end up talking about the NBA, but see, everything is screen and roll based in the NBA nowadays, pretty much.
With it for the Vikings. Over on the left side this time, it's Casey Carter. She starts her dribble, comes back middle, stops at the free throw line, puts a shot up. Tried to kiss it off the glass, no good. Lebrecht this time with the board, and we're going to have another jump ball. Already the third of the first quarter. This time the Vikings have the arrow. This time we'll see Ellsworth put a little more pressure on. Savage. Gives the ball up. Gidgel. Again, we see Espling in the high post. Going to be a thick ball. One thing I noticed as we look out there, Rob, no cheerleaders tonight, as they're probably getting ready for tomorrow's competitions. Pretty exciting. WHOU is going to be bringing both regionals. Nice move by Espling. Little show and go. She up big.
Yeah,
got her defender
beautiful.
in the air. Took it right straight to the hoop.
Jab
right
step at the beginning. That's a very fluid move for somebody 6'2" or so.
Caribou's up 10-7. Acrobatic shot, no good. Rebound taken in by Savage. Less than a minute left to play in the first quarter. Saying, though, the MPA cheer events tomorrow in Bangor and in Augusta, we'll be covering those on WHOU.live. You need to be on the subscription. The price is only $10. You want to have it for a month or $70 for the year.
How much entertainment do you get out of that?
Wow, it's great. You can go back and forth between Bangor and Augusta tomorrow. It's near steal. Fancy dribbling by Savage. Keeps the ball alive. Another kickball here for Ellsworth. Gives the ball back to the Vikings.
Savage trying to make that slot pass. Good idea. Good defense by Ellsworth. Espling had a layup if that gets through.
Espling will take it out herself. The inbound play designed for her. Kicks it out. LeBret. Jump shot. No good from the corner. Antigone has the basketball. She's going to look to push. About 20 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. Antigone's going to let one fly. Three-pointer off the mark. No good. Adam Paul crashes in on the weak side for the offensive board. Ball again is on the floor. Good hustle. Caribou has it. Savage looks up, sees the clock, and then dribbles it off the toe. Let's see if Ellsworth can get a shot off. Not much time left. Montigny lets it fly. Gave it a chance, but it's going to be wide of the mark. And that's the way things are going to end here after the first quarter. It's 10-7. Caribou has a three-point advantage. We'll be right back here on WHOU.
Nortrax is your John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer for the entire state of Maine. Whether you're working hard in the woods or digging in the dirt, Nortrax has the new and used heavy equipment you need. Count on Nortrax for 24-hour parts and service support, plus around-the-clock machine monitoring with JD Link. Our service technicians, parts specialists, and product support technology reps are here to serve you. We stand ready as your John Deere construction and forestry equipment team in Maine.
This is Ben Adams from Priority Auto Sales. Listen, I know you've been seeing a lot of these orange plates around town lately, and trust me, I'm not just paying people to drive around in our vehicles all day. Every day we're selling cars, trucks, and SUVs. Why? It's simple. Discounted prices up front, great selection, and low pressure sales. We're simply not playing the games. We really are creating a new way to shop for a used vehicle. Check us out at yourpriorityauto.com and like us on Facebook. Priority Auto Sales, Route 1 in Holton.
Welcome back to Ellsworth High School. We're getting ready for quarter number 2. Tim Tweedy, Rob Moran. The Vikings have a 10-7 lead over Ellsworth. Eagles start the quarter with the basketball. Now it's all tied up. Antigone got herself loose. 10-10's the score.
Yeah, a little set play there out of the huddle. Worked perfectly for Ellsworth. Montigny buried it.
Drawn up play by Coach Pooler. With it, Savage tries to skip pass. It's going to be deflected out of bounds. Robideau will have it out along the sidelines.
Did a nice job that time. High hands. Get those hands up. A lot of good things happen in defense.
Ball comes in. Espling. He's in the high post. Kicks it out. Schedule. Lines one up. That's going to be well off the mark. And it's going to give the ball back over to Ellsworth. Miller maybe rush that one just a little bit.
Yeah, good skip pass there by Espling. Might have been better off that time. A little shot fake and then put it on the deck. Probably could have got all the way to the rim.
Montigny tries a bounce pass, and it's going to be tied up as we saw Autumn Paul hit the deck. Espling bent down and tied the ball up. Caribou will have it back. Checking into the game here for Caribou. That's going to be number 12. Which we're going to have to catch up on, Rob, as they did not put a number 12 in on the program here tonight.
Could have been a uniform malfunction, possibly.
Savage is Ball's going to be thrown away here by Ellsworth.
Number 12 is Sarah Shea.
And now a traveling violation.
We jinxed her. Jinxed her name.
Oh, Caribou's going to get the ball back.
It's like Ellsworth extending that pressure a little bit.
Savage looks to bring the ball up. Once again, Susie tries to go inside to Espling. It's going to be lost. Of course, that's Ashlyn Bouchard, the freshman. That's going to be put up on the three-point line. No good. And the rebounding action, there's going to be a foul. It'll stay on this end of the court. Apologies to Ashlyn. We recognize her from seeing her early in the season. They left her off the program and had a hard time calling that name.
Caribou's going to zone up here on the inbounds.
As the ball comes in, it's Montigny way out top. Inside, they'll go to Robideau. Kicks it back out. Three-point attempt going to be up off the mark. Morgan Clifford. Just long, but Caribou still has the basketball. I'm sorry, Ellsworth. Game tied at 10. And the baseline, that shot's going to be put up no good by Jordan. Another offensive look here, though. Montigny, you can't leave her that wide open. She's going to miss it, though. Rebound taken away by Espling.
I think she tweaked her ankle earlier in that possession. She's limping a little bit.
The ball's going to be tipped out of bounds as LeBret could not come up with the pass from Bouchard.
Caribou has given up a lot of offensive rebounds, and I think they're going to talk about it here for a minute.
5:46 remaining here in the first half. There's going to be a timeout. The game tied at 10. We'll take a 30-second break and bring it right back on WHOU.
We all know a Aroostook County winter isn't much fun, but it can be with the right equipment. Holton Tire Company at 76 Myrna Street is your boss plow dealer and carries the King of Snow Aaron snowblowers. Full service department with parts in stock.
Steelstone Industries in Holton is your location for gravel, salt, sand, paving, and plowing. Groundwork materials of all kinds and equipment to move it. We now offer heavy equipment and truck repair at our shop on 289 Station Road in New Limerick. Call Steelstone Industries at 532-2675.
Welcome back here on WHOU. The game tied at 10. 5:46 remaining to go here in the first half. Going to be Ellsworth with the basketball. As the Eagles bring the ball up the court, it's going to be Morgan Clifford working it in the corner to Robideau. Riley goes out top. Clifford back in the corner to Montigny. Going to challenge Espling. Turnaround shot by Robideau, no good. But once again, an offensive rebound for Ellsworth. They've had multiple looks on the last few possessions.
Yeah, they've given them some problems the whole game, really, on the offensive glass. There's another one.
They're just having a hard time to rebound here.
Ellsworth's being a little more physical than they are right now. They gotta amp up that physicality a little bit.
Vigil did not get a very long break as she comes back into the game. Susie's going to sit. Jordan way up top again. They're going to try to go inside of Robideau. That time, she's going to meet her match as Espling just swatted that ball out of bounds.
She tried to do the same move she did the previous trip, little baby hook, and Espling took that away in a hurry.
Working well for Ellsworth, though, as they're getting multiple looks, because if you take Espling out of the equation rebounding-wise, if you're challenging her, it's a nice drawn-up play for an easy two for Ellsworth. And they've taken 12-10 lead. You take Espling out of the equation on the boards, you're going to get multiple looks if you're Ellsworth.
Too easy right there. Little cross screen, and Robideau gets an easy left-handed layup.
Savage finds Bouchard way up top now. Espling high post.
Ellsworth's gone to a 2-3 zone. We'll see how Caribou does with it. We'll get some ball reversals.
Bouchard finds Savage. Really hasn't looked to shoot much. LeBret. And you could read that one all day long as the pass is going to be stolen away in the passing lane to Sierra Andrews. Montigny is going to line one up. Going to be off the mark, and last touched out of bounds by the Eagles. Caribou will get the ball back. 4:17 remaining here in the first half.
And Caribou hasn't scored for a while. It's been a little while since they've got any kind of quality look, really.
Breck, left side. Once again, try to go inside to Espling. This time, there's going to be contact. Be a foul on the Eagles.
I think that's on Robideau.
It is. Schedule. Take the ball out of bounds. Savage has it. Back over Schedule. Caribou trying to force it inside to Espling, and the ball's going to be lost out of bounds. Almost too predictable on the offensive sets.
Yeah, I mean, they've ran a lot of high-low. They haven't had a ton of great looks against it.
Walking the ball up, Morgan Clifford. Hands it off. Andrews. Montigne. And a 3-second violation will be called. Caribou will get the ball back again. They trail by 2.
Ellsworth trying to do a little bit of their own high-low there, but caught in the paint too long.
Emily Collins going to check into the game here. As Taylor Lebrecht takes a seat for Caribou. 3.5 minutes remain here in the first half. Vigil. Espling and a hand check violation. Robideau had a couple hands in the back.
Yep. Usually going to be a foul when you reach around like that. Not always, but a lot of the time. That's going to send her to the bench.
That'll get Autumn Paul back into the game. Once again, Espling will look to take it out for her team. She has the ball out along the baseline. Low scoring first half here. Savage. Calling out for a screen, kicks it out. Schedule. Buries a 3.
Big bucket there. Nice little skip pass and nothing but net for Schedule.
Vikings have retaken the lead. It's 13-12. Morgan Clifford. He puts up the long 2. No good. Right there for the offensive board. Autumn Paul had a good look at it. Just going to get the shot to fall. Now we'll have a whistle.
Tough break there. Going to knock those down. Sometimes you think you're in a rush. You get that offensive rebound. Nobody's in front of you. Really takes quite a play to block a shot from behind. You're just going to take your time and put it up there soft.
14 fouls against Ellsworth here in the first half. Espling. Miranda Schedule. Ball's in the corner to Collins now. Shot's going to be put up no good, and Espling just couldn't locate it. Coming away with it. We see Sierra Andrews kicks it out Montigne. Started by Schedule. 3-point attempt going to be up by Clifford. Shot strong off the back iron. Espling this time is going to come away with the rebound. And then we've got a whistle.
I think that's an inadvertent whistle that time.
Yeah, I'm with you. I didn't really see anything. Caribou will have the ball back.
Necessarily love that if you're Caribou because it lets them set their press up, right?
Right.
I know you'd be yelling at the official on that.
I mean, maybe.
You were a screamer.
You know me.
When you coach basketball. And soccer,
Listen,
too.
Is that the pot calling the kettle black?
Well, maybe a little tiny bit.
Espling high post again. Rips through. Good move. Picked up the glass. No good.
You were known to be especially hard on soccer officials. Just let me get that in there.
Not true.
Some of the greatest officials that we have in the county. We have some good soccer officials in the county. Said, man, that Tweety was hard on me today.
I don't believe
I did
it
hear
for a
that.
second.
I'm not going to get into specifics, but I'm just saying.
There's some of those people that I'm thinking of. I've also seen them coach, and they might not be too kind to officials either.
Yeah, that's true. I think we're talking about the same person.
Some of our good friends.
Yeah.
Caribou has a good look at it. Espling just could not finish. Vikings will keep the basketball out along the baseline. Again, it's going to come into Espling. Now Schedule, who just buried a 3.
Yeah, she's hit 2 perimeter shots. They were looking to go back to her there, but Ellsworth did a nice job closing out.
Bouchard. Collins touches the ball. Again, high post. Schedule's going to have an open look. Can't knock that 3-point attempt down, but in the closeout, there's going to be a foul occur. This is going to be against Ellsworth.
After, though, right? Not 3. Going to be after, so they're going to get it out on the side, but they're racking up the fouls.
They are. Morgan Clifford picked up that personal foul. Vigil and Savage. Lena surveys the court. Again, they'll go inside to Espling. Good weak side dump down. Collins did a nice job. Found herself open. 15-12 now, Caribou.
Nice cut and a really good pass, too.
Tigney buries a three.
Boy, that's 3 threes for her. You can tell she's a smooth player. Right off the bounce. I've seen her make some nice one-handed passes right off the dribble. She sure can shoot the ball.
One of the top 3-point shooters in the entire Big East. Bouchard, again, finds Espling. Savage just has not had any daylight whatsoever.
Yeah, she could be taking one shot all game.
Tigney's done a pretty good job of blanketing her. Again, they go weak side. Schedule. Jump shot, no good. You see him touched it last. Gonna be Ellsworth. Getting a last-second hand in on it was Samantha Carter. We're under a minute to play here in the first half.
In piece still.
Bouchard. Third quarter left. Savage. Decides she's going to take it. A little bit strong. Rebound going to be picked up. Lacey Carter has it.
A little bit further out than I think she probably wanted to shoot it.
Ball. Big jump shot. No good. Tried to bank it in. Rebound taken away by Espling. Let's see if Caribou decides to hold for one. We're under 30 seconds now remaining in the first half.
Take care of it if you're Caribou here. You want to end the half with a tie at least. You don't want to turn it over, throwing it around out front.
Shard. Gidgel. There's Savage. Tries to spin move. For 10 seconds. Ball's going to be tipped. It's on the floor and no whistle yet. Montague might have a crack at it. Just cannot get a shot off. So they'll head into the locker room. Tied at 15. Both teams hanging tough. Lots of heel points on the line. We'll ask you, don't go too far, is coming up here at the Katahdin Trust Company halftime show. We're going to speak to former student governor here from the state of Maine, Zach Weeks, one of WHOU's own. We're going to talk to him about the year he just served as the Maine youth governor. We're going to take a 2-minute break and bring it back here on WHOU.
Tired of the same old boring meals? Try something new this week. TNT Takeout at 69 High Street in Holton has what you're looking for.
And believe me, the name doesn't lie. The food is dynamite. Every pizza is loaded with lots of gooey cheese and delicious toppings, from traditional pepperoni to barbecue chicken combination to vegetarian pizza or all meat.
You can grab their specials or enjoy salads to food off the grill, Mexican seafood, and hot or cold subs. TNT Takeout, the convenience store that has it all.
Call 521-5250.
Get a jump on your future by exploring your possibilities at Northern Maine Community College. The team of faculty and staff at NMCC will position you for a lifetime of success. With over 35 degree and certificate programs, including our newest offerings in water treatment technology, you will be amazed at how quickly your new skills will open a world of opportunity. Visit us online today at nmcc.edu. Northern Maine Community College. Succeed here.
At the Maine Baseball Academy, our top priority is to create an experience of advanced learning and skill development for all ages. The YMCA Indoor Turf Facility has many resources that we use to our advantage while developing young athletes. Our top-tier coaching staff includes Director of Operations Ryan Lincoln and John Fry, Searsport District High School, Cody Collins, Bangor Christian Schools, and Cam Archer, Old Town High School. Follow us on Facebook at Maine Baseball Academy or call today for more information.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
And we want to welcome you back here to the Katahdin Trust Company halftime show here on WHOU. As just watching the Caribou and Ellsworth boys warm up just a little bit. The game tied at 15 as Caribou Lady Vikings and Ellsworth Eagles all knotted up. And I want to invite over, welcome I should say, our halftime guest, Zach Weeks, the former now youth governor for the state of Maine. Zach, thanks for coming over.
Thank you for having me.
So Zach, we got to talk to you last year after you were elected governor but had yet to serve your term. You were the governor-elect, I guess, at that point. Is the schools meet every November and get to work on a lot of bills through the model state government program. And now you've had your opportunity to serve as governor. Why don't you tell us a little bit first, before you talk about your year, for anybody who was not familiar with how you became the youth governor, talk about that process going back a year or so.
Well, in November of 2018, I was convinced by some schoolmates that I should run for the youth governorship at the YMCA of Maine's Youth and Government program. And it was my first year, so I was like, nah, no way I'm going to win. But ever since I was 5 years old, I've been just in love with politics. So I thought, maybe I could use some of the knowledge I've accumulated over the years to help me in my campaign. And I guess I convinced enough people to vote for me, and they voted for me to serve as the 78th Youth Governor of Maine. And it was surreal, because I definitely never expected to serve in that capacity, but I was able to do it from November 2018 to this past November, and that included a whirlwind of stuff that I got to do, and many different things like meeting Governor Mills, corresponding with state senators, going to D.C., which was just incredible.
So let's talk about that visit you made to D.C. last summer.
Mm-hmm. Well, they have the Youth Governors Conference in Washington, D.C., and that I think is just incredible, because that was the first time I was ever able to travel to the nation's capital. And as a kid who grew up reading biographies of Abraham Lincoln and all the great presidents, having them all memorized since I was 5, that's the place that you want to go to. So I got to just spend time with around 40 of the nation's other youth governors and learn about them, about what they believe, many different people on many different spots in the political spectrum. And it was just incredible to see the youth governor of Delaware having a pocket watch and looking just like Teddy Roosevelt. The youth governor of Colorado being really into philosophy, and I got to talk about that with her. We got to meet many people like Kellyanne Conway, Sean Spicer, before Dancing with the Stars. And it's really awesome. You got to go places like to the British Embassy.
And you've mentioned people all across the political spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not put on by one political party or the other. You had students of all different types of political beliefs.
Oh yeah, you had a very, 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 very progressive person from Iowa serving as youth governor, and then you had a very, very conservative youth governor from Illinois who looked like he belonged in the special forces. I thought he was a counselor when I got there, but turns out he was my age.
So then, that was this past summer. In November, you went down to the State House in Augusta. You were down there for 4 total days. The youth model legislature program in all was there for 3 days. Talk a little bit about that experience and then maybe some of the bills you were able to get through.
Well, it was really one of the most incredible experiences I've ever had, because as a kid growing up like I did, you never really expect to go to these types of places and meet the people you do. I mean, I made friends that I'm going to be talking with for probably the rest of my life there, just through being able to talk about our political system. And as governor, I was the most out in the open person for this year's program. I mean, everybody kind of knows your name because you're that guy. And one of the main things I tried to focus on was to not let that go to my head and make sure my office was open to just about anybody who wanted to come in and talk. And we passed a lot of bills, but we were unfortunately not able to sign all of them into law because we ran out of time. But one of the main things is that for the first time in about 7 years, the actual governor of Maine was able to speak in front of the whole program. And we lobbied for her to do that a lot. We wanted to get Governor Mills to speak, and one of the most incredible things is that as an 18-year-old, she quoted my speech in her address. But what happened was that she read it and she was like, "Wow, this is great." And I was just totally I just couldn't believe it, because you never expect that to happen when you're writing that up in your bedroom at like 9 o'clock at night. And I was talking to her in the hallway before we entered the chamber, and she's like, "I quoted your speech," and I was like, "Oh my goodness, oh my gosh, that's awesome." And then it turns out she's speaking first, and I'm going after her. So if she quotes parts of the speech that I'm going to be giving before I say them, it kind of takes it away.
She stole your thunder.
Yeah. So on the fly, during her speech, before I get up there, she changes her speech and just pulls stuff out of her head at the parts where she's quoting me. And I'm sitting there in like a seat where normally she'd sit in a session before like the State of the State. And I'm just like, the governor of Maine wanted to quote my own words. And like, it was incredible. And it was just a time where we were all able to come together, learn about state government, learn about the importance of actually following our civic duties, voting, actually taking part in the political process. And as a nerd, you know, that gets me so excited. But also as a citizen of Maine and this country, you want a generation of kids who take part in it and understand it.
So Zach, real quickly, you're a student at Holton High School, but we had students from all the way Magnet School up in Limestone, Maine School of Science and Math, all the way south is Kittery, who are part of the program. Real quickly, school wants to get involved. How can they do so?
Well, they reach out to a guy named Lonnie Steves, or they get in touch with the YMCA of Maine Youth and Government Facebook program, or they can even get in touch with me if they know how to get in touch with me. Any way they can, or get in touch with their local YMCA too if they have one. Make sure that they have enough time, because you have to raise money because it costs a good amount of money each year, but it's a very doable thing if you have enough time to do it. And yeah,
about 200 students from across the state participate each year. Quite a neat thing. So Zach, we want to congratulate you again on a well-served year, and best of luck to you in the future.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. We're going to go ahead and just get ready here for second half action without taking a break, as the two teams have kind of come out just a little bit early. So we're going to go ahead and stay right here as Rob makes his way back over to the seat. Again, this game is tied up at 15. And Ellsworth looks like they're going to start the second half with the basketball.
Yep, anybody's game, obviously, tie game, and go over some scores real quick here. So pretty quick for Ellsworth. They had two kids that scored. Trinity Montigny, she had 9 points with the 3 threes like we talked about, and Kylie Robideau had 6 points inside with their total of 15. And Caribou was led by Taylor Schedule. She had 5, and Paige Espling had 4.
Game's been played a little bit more at, got to figure the pace that Caribou prefers.
Yeah, absolutely. And
slowed the ball down.
You haven't seen Ellsworth really hasn't cranked up the pressure yet. They've kind of, felt it out and seen what they can do, and maybe we'll see that here. It looks like a bunch of them are extending here.
Montigny leave that three-point attempt a little short.
They're looking for opportunities to run and jump the ball, playing man, and when you turn your back on somebody in a run and jump, that's usually when the trap comes. A nice inside move by Paige Espling there.
She caught the ball from Susie and decided to spin toward her right. Found herself open, laid it up and in, and she drew contact.
Yeah, she made a quick move right before the double team. The double team was coming, but she made the move before the double team could get there.
And that's a big foul. So that's going to be number 4 on Kylie Robideau. So that'll be one of the stories is she had herself a nice first half. Picked up a couple late fouls in the first half. Now she's played with foul trouble. She's going to have to sit with 4 fouls.
Yeah, my guess is she's done for the third quarter, right, unless the wheels fall off for Ellsworth.
Spling was able to make the free throw, and she just changed that shot a little bit as Paul, who came in for Robideau, has her shot spin around the hoop and drop. Now there's a foul.
Going to go against Taylor Schedule was fouled by
Jocelyn Jordan.
Right.
Jordan's going to be her second personal. 2 quick team fouls here for Ellsworth with a 3-point advantage in the basketball. Ball's going to be tipped out of bounds as hands by Montigny. The ball right back to Caribou in front of their bench. With it now from Brett. High post. Bouchard. Go inside once again, Espling. She's going to square up.
She wanted to rip and go there, but she didn't quite have the space.
Savage for LeBret. Everything on the offensive end for Caribou right now being run through Espling.
Yeah, Ellsworth playing pretty good defense. Caribou showing good patience, though.
A lot of clock on this possession as the 3-point attempt's going to be up no good.
Great look,
Savage's
though.
shot just won't fall.
It's a good shot for her.
From the Eagles, Lacey Carter finds Paul. Paul First shot, nothing but net from the free throw line.
She's celebrating going down the court. Pretty happy.
Was happy about
great
that
to
shot.
see. Yeah, that was a good shot.
Gets your team back within one.
And the Savage does a nice job splitting the double team there.
You see, inside, Espling again tries to rip through and go, and this time she's going to lose it out of bounds, and she just lost the handle.
Couldn't quite bring it in. If she's able to pull that in, she's going to lay it up. Probably 2 points, more than likely.
Ellsworth could retake the lead with a made hoop here. Tigney, it's a round schedule. Walks the baseline. Shot on the run, no good. Casey Carter couldn't get the shot to fall, but the freshman will go to the free throw line as she was fouled.
Yeah, would you believe this is their first free throws of the game for Ellsworth? They have not yet shot a free throw.
Settled for a lot of jump shot.
18 minutes in.
First free throw is going to be off the mark. That once again gives us an opportunity to bring you the injury report brought to you by County Physical Therapy. Whether you want to get back to sports, back to work, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help. 5 locations in Aroostook County and a new location in Bangor. Visit countypt.com to learn how CPT can help you. Talked about in the first half how players for both teams are healthy. Still are. This game tied at 18 after the made free throw. Now a steal for Ellsworth.
Ellsworth looking to push.
There's a 3-point attempt from the corner, no good. Be left short by Samantha Carter. Now jump balls. There's a tie-up.
One thing about Ellsworth, when Caribou gets a rebound, they're jamming that rebounder. If you're Caribou, you got to be strong. Pivot away from that defense and make them wrap their arms around you to get at the ball. Then it's a foul. Then it's not a jump ball. They've done a lot of jamming of the rebound, and they've forced a lot of tie-ups.
Lucy is inside. LeBrecht, she's going to receive a bump.
Yeah, fans didn't like that. I don't know how they don't think that one was a call or a foul. She got hit pretty good.
Pretty clear from our vantage point. LeBrecht's going to have 2 free throws coming her way. LeBrecht makes a free throw.
You can be straight up and still.
You heard that, huh?
I did. Yeah, you can still foul. You can hip check and kind of walk into the person. Kind of what I saw there.
Fouls can look a lot of different ways.
Not that I'm any Earl Strom. Neither are you, for the record. I've seen your ref.
I appreciate it. Can't take a shot at yourself without nailing me, too.
Well, I have to.
Typical Rob. Jordan's no good. Rebound picked up by Espling. You love those easy shots on me.
There's not that many of them. I got to take them when they're there. Good job by Selena Savage kicking it ahead. Susie had the right idea. Threw it a little too high. Otherwise, it's a layup.
Caribou's clinging on to a 19-18 advantage. Under 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. You see Casey Carter all over to Montigny. Paul, her high arcing shot, no good. Not good form.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a good shot. Good run out there by LeBrecht. Oh, tough break. It's going to be a travel. Espling had the rebound. Couldn't quite hold her position. Fell backwards and walked.
Yeah, as soon as she brought her hands up over her head, she lost her balance. Each team trading some turnovers. Again, it's a low-scoring contest.
So big when you can get some easy buckets. There hasn't been a lot of easy buckets for either team in this.
With it over in the corners. Jordan that goes inside. Paul's going to have her shot blocked by Espling. Ball's out loose by midcourt. It's going to be a backcourt violation.
Espling said no to that one. Hope she doesn't do the Dikembe Mutombo. Remember Dikembe used to wag the finger.
Sure. Going to be a timeout taken on the floor with 4:15 now remaining in the third quarter. The score, 19 for Caribou, 18 for Ellsworth. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well and come right back on WHOU.
White Smiles Family Dentistry realizes that life gets busy. We have locations in Presque Isle and Fort Fairfield to better accommodate your busy schedule. If you need to see a dentist but don't want to wait months for an appointment, then call White Smiles Family Dentistry. We are always accepting new patients and can accommodate you as quickly as possible. We offer the area's most complete dentistry, including implants, extractions, root canals, and implant-retained dentures, which saves you from trips downstate or transfers to another dental office. Don't wait months to see your dentist. Call White Smiles Family Dentistry today.
Both together.
Welcome back here on WHOU. Caribou with a 1-point lead. They're going to have the basketball coming out of that timeout. 19-18. Brack at the free throw line is going to travel.
Yep. It's the most common travel we see. Face up, and you take that step, and then you put the ball down.
Probably not what Coach Brown drew up in that timeout.
No. And she had space to go to the hoop there if she just slows it down just a tick.
As we're in this later part of the season, tons of heel points on the line here. This is number 10 versus number 11. Ellsworth, this is game number 13. Caribou, game number 15 on the season. So it means a little bit more for the Vikings than it does the Eagles as the shot's going to be put up. No good. Left short. Casey Carter couldn't get it to go. Outlet. Schedule. Jump stop. And Savage. Espling shot. No good. And a rebound taken away. A one-and-done trip that time for Caribou.
Yeah, tough break there.
Pigney turned on the jet. Picked it out. As Casey Carter gave the ball up. Looking to try to find Paul, but pass a little bit too low for her to handle.
Caribou's had a few times where they were just one decent pass at the end of it away from a layup, but having a hard time executing that pass.
Ball come in down low. Now it's a kick out. Shot's going to be up and in from downtown. That's Samantha Carter. Junior buries the three. It's now Ellsworth with the 21-19 advantage.
Yeah, Carter's first bucket of the game. Picked a good time to get it.
Savage. Schedule. Working around the horn as they go inside Espling.
To see a little more movement when the ball does go into the paint.
Well, as that ball's tipped out of bounds. The other thing I was thinking, Rob, not a lot happening to try to free up Espling. Every time she catches it, it's her just getting big in the lane.
Right.
As soon as she catches it, not really many places for her not only to bring the ball down, but just even turn around with her feet. But if you set some screens for her, some up screens or down screens, or whatever it is, help free her up a little bit. Normally you see those screens set for guards, but you can set them for the bigs.
Absolutely. And I don't mind a ball screen out front now and again. It's usually a good thing. Good things happen.
5-point run here for Ellsworth as that jump shot's up and in for Casey Carter.
Yeah, Caribou needs a bucket. They don't want to get down. Sometimes they struggle scoring a little bit, so they don't want to get down too far.
Again, they try to force it into Espling, and once again it's turned over. And now a reach-in foul is going to be called against Susie.
Not a terrible foul, but make better passes and get some ball reversals against that zone.
Susie, though, that's her third personal, second team foul on Caribou here in the second half. We'll see Savage head over to the bench. Bringing the ball up the court. Montigny had the hot hand from the outside, gives it up to Carter.
Caribou needs to dig in and try to get a stop.
Montigny starts her drive. Puts again out to Carter. 1 point guard to the other, as they're listed here. Montigny gets in the lane. Come pass down. Out top now. Jordan.
Ellsworth being patient.
Yeah, it resulted in a good shot. Maybe Sierra Andrews burying the two.
Nice little pull up there, huh? A little shot fake and down on the baseline and pulled up and buried it.
Now a 7-0 run, and Coach Kayla Brown wants to take a timeout. With 1:08 left on the clock here in the third quarter, her team finds themselves down 25-19. Going to be a full timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds on WHOU.
We all know that fresh new paint can quickly transform the look and feel of your home. Our trained staff can help you select the best paint and color for your mood and budget with our new Color Journeys color matching system. Best look paint and primer in one. It's easier than ever to do it yourself, and it means less time and money spent on the project. Make your personal color statement and go where the builders go for quality do-it-best paint at the best price. The S.W. Collins Company in Caribou, Presque Isle, Holton, Lincoln, and Fort Kent.
We all know a Aroostook County winter isn't much fun, but it can be with the right equipment. Holton Tire Company at 76 Myrna Street is your boss plow dealer and carries the King of Snow Aaron snowblowers. Full service department with parts in stock. Steelstone Industries in Holton is your location for gravel, salt, sand, paving, and plowing. Groundwork materials of all kinds and equipment to move it. Steelstone Industries is your aggregate supplier. You can visit Steelstone Industries at 154 Steelstone Street in Holton.
Back here on WHOU. Caribou's going to have the basketball coming out of the timeout. What do you think Coach Caleb Brown was talking about?
Well, not turning the ball over, taking care of it and making better passes. I mean, there's no room for error there. They tried to throw it into Espling on the post, and that's great, but there's not any room to make that pass. You got to have a ball reversal. The other thing is, when I said it earlier, when they're double teaming somebody that hard, there's going to be opportunities for other people. They haven't got stops in the last few minutes here either.
Shot's going to be up and in again. It's a three-point bomb from Casey Carter. The run continues. It's now a 10-0 run for Ellsworth. They lead 28-19. Now a steal. They take it. Not be able to complete the layup as Sierra Andrews was by herself. Not get the layup to drop. Maybe dodges a bullet. Under 20 seconds remaining here in the second half. A shot up by Bouchard, and it's going to be long, and then the ball is going to be turned over to Ellsworth. They have 11.5 seconds left here on the clock. The final shot of the quarter if they want.
You might want to put a little pressure on here if you're Caribou.
Oh, it's going to be, I think, turned over. It looks like it's going to be a foul on Ellsworth. So this is reported in, and it will be.
Enough time for Caribou to get a look. Want to get something going towards your own basket.
3 seconds. Vigil. Going to get it in. Savage, gonna look up, and didn't see the clock, and didn't end up getting a shot off. The third quarter, all Ellsworth. They're going to take a 28-19 lead into the fourth quarter. We're going to take a 1-minute break as we step aside, and then we'll be back for the fourth quarter on WHOU.
Katahdin Valley Health Center, or KVHC, is a network of 6 community health centers dedicated to providing affordable, comprehensive, and high-quality care to people of all ages and incomes. We accept all patients and insurances, including those who are uninsured or on main care. Our committed patient care team is here for you, offering an extensive range of services to provide you with quality health care. We're creating healthy communities starting with you. Call or visit our website today.
Pioneer Fiber to the Home is now available in Holton, Sherman, Stacyville, Calais, and Baileyville. Streaming live events in high definition like high school basketball is best viewed with the most stable and fastest connections. Pioneer Broadband delivers state-of-the-art fiber directly into your home to handle all of your most demanding internet needs. Don't get left behind with slower technology. Get the fiber you need, Pioneer Broadband.
Tweety, Rob Moran back here on WHOU for the start of the fourth quarter. Caribou's going to have the basketball. They're down 9. A schedule. They put up a 3, no good. Job working the offensive boards by Collins.
Yeah, nice play by Emily Collins, Ed. Big offensive rebound. You got to fight. You got to scrap if you're Caribou here. You know, need to get some easy baskets. I mentioned that before. They haven't had any easy baskets at all. They only scored 4 points in the third quarter.
Savage's jump shot no good, and then a rebounding foul will be called against Collins. It'll be the third foul here for Caribou in the second half. It has 5. Remind you, coming up at the conclusion of this contest, it's going to be the boys' game. A little bit later start than normal. Long trip from Caribou to Ellsworth, so they started these a little late to give the kids more time in school. Shot's going to be put up, and that's going to be off the mark. Andrews going to get the shot to fall, but now a steal right back. Samantha Higgins putting up with the basketball.
Yep, I say it all the time. You go by people, you got to know they're going to be coming from behind.
Andrews going to kick it out. Casey Carter. Casey covered by Bouchard. Sierra Andrews. Ellsworth take their time with this 9-point advantage. Got a whistle. Got to be a foul. It'll be against the Vikings.
I'm not sure who that was on. Maybe Selena Savage with a hand check.
Nice. Lucy with those 3 fouls will check back into the game. We still haven't seen Robideau yet, Rob.
Yeah.
She went to the bench with 4 fouls, but her team has gone on a run.
Absolutely. They don't need to play her now. You can wait a while. There's a nice block by Paige Espling. Wait till 4 minutes now. I mean, 4 minutes is a standard. If it's a 2-point game, then you got a choice. But 9 points in a game like this, it's such a low-scoring game. You can leave her there for a while.
Collins comes up for the offensive rebound after a missed three by Susie. Savage got into the lane, and then she drew contact.
Yep, nice play by Selena.
We put it up. Finally, that last foul was actually against Ashlyn Bouchard. Selena Savage at the free throw line. Selena makes the first free throw.
Yeah, I would guess that much like her brothers, I bet she's a pretty darn good free throw shooter.
Second free throw up and good as well.
Cuts into that lead without burning much time, so it's down to 7.
28-21 is the score.
A little half-court trap by Caribou, trying to speed the game up, Don't necessarily, of course you want the steal, but if you can't get it, then makes them maybe take a quicker shot.
And a timeout is going to be taken by Coach Fuller. 6:22 remaining here in the contest. Going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside ourselves. We'll be right back after these messages.
Outfit your vehicle for tough jobs with commercial truck body and accessories at Main Equipment in Herman, Maine. At Main Equipment Company, we sell and install truck bodies, lift systems, garbage removal applications, and snow and sand spreading applications. Storage boxes and bed liners is also available. Call us at 207-848-5738. Dump bodies, hook lift hoists, truck bodies, sand and salt spreaders, rubbish packers. The right fit for your truck. The premier company in the state of Maine. Main Equipment Company.
We want to welcome you back to Ellsworth High School. Tim Tweedy, Rob Moran. We're in the fourth quarter. Game number 1. 22 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Ellsworth with the ball and a 7-point lead.
Yep, Caribou got a little work to do. Still got plenty of time, 6 minutes. They've switched up defenses. Coach Fuller took that time out and to talk about what Caribou was doing defensively. Caribou's gone back to great man.
Now to pick up the basketball. Going to find Sarah Shea. Sarah's shot no good. Off the glass, rebound taken in by Collins. Vigil. Finds Savage. Espling in the high post. Schedule bury a couple of threes in the first half. That's going to be put up. Savage. 3-point attempt going to be left short. Susie with the offensive rebound. Did not get the shot to go, but she was bumped. She's going to go to the free throw line. That's going to be 17 fouls as well on Ellsworth.
Yep, nice play by Kim Susie there.
Second personal on Samantha Higgins. At the line, Kim Susie. Banks in the free throw.
Bank is open.
It's a late night banking hours. This should be an electric atmosphere for the second game as the gym is really starting to fill up. Second free throw made as well. It's Caribou back within 5.
Yeah, some half-court trap pressure.
Carter. Kick it along the baseline to Higgins, and a player control foul is going to be called. We'll give the ball back over to Caribou.
Yeah, little elbow action there. The official right on top of it.
Again, we'll see some token pressure put on by the Eagles. Ball comes into Susie.
Lots of time for Caribou.
Savage. Cross-court pass, Susie. Collins balled up along the baseline, needs some help. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Caribou will keep it.
You got to get rid of that ball quick before the double team gets to you. Or attack with the dribble, outside shoulder, one of the defenders.
That's going to be put up by Schedule. No good. Rebound, weak side by Collins. And it's going to be lost out of bounds. And the Caribou fans not happy about that.
Yeah, they might have a case on that one.
5 minutes now remaining here in regulation. It's a 5-point game.
Caribou, the damage they've done so far this quarter has been on the offensive glass. That looked to have been a third one right there, but wasn't to be.
Keeping her dribbles, Montigny. And handed pass over across the court. Casey Carter has her dribble. She's going to be double teamed by Savage and Susie.
You're going to do that double team. You got to take away first pass, right? Always take away first pass, and there's a play where Caribou's not able to secure that defensive rebound, and that's been a big part of this game.
Missed by Jordan. Ball's going to come in to Montigny, way out top. Working against schedule. She receives a screen. Up off the glass. Good shot. Didn't fall. Rebound and put back up. Shea could not get the shot to fall again. Working the offensive glass. Going to be Sarah Shea going to the free throw line.
So what's happened a few times with Caribou is they've gotten too far underneath their own basket. I always tell kids, no rebounds under there. Swishes and air balls, right? You got to carve out some space. You got to be physical. If you're underneath the rim, if you can look up and see the rim directly above your head, you're too far under the basket, and that you can't let it happen.
Shea going to make the first free throw. She's got a second coming her way. Sarah dipped. Going to make a pair.
So obviously that's a huge offensive rebound.
30-23. Foul, meanwhile, was on Kim Susi. That's going to be her fourth personal. Inside they go. That's a good touch by Espering.
Yep, nice
Good
pass.
feed.
Yep, nice pass by Emily Collins too. That's the best. That's worked for a while for Caribou.
Weak side help just not there. Near steal for schedule. With it. Shea, shot up, no good. Rebound fought for. Montigny and schedule battle for it. It's going to be schedule. Way out front. Espling on the left side couldn't get it to go. Good follow up. Collins couldn't get the shot to go. Collins sticks with it again. Can't get it to go. This time rebound cleared by Sarah Shea.
Yeah, a couple great chances.
Long shot up, no good, as Casey Carter's shot was off the mark, and Ellsworth touched the ball last.
Yep, make that layup down on the other end. They had 2 or 3 looks at it. It would have been a 3-point game, 1-possession game.
Now under 3.5 minutes remaining. In the corner with it. Lucy goes cross court. Skip pass over Savage. Inside to try to force it again to Espling. Good job coming and batting the ball away. Ellsworth.
Yeah, ball reversal there. If the defender beats the ball back, probably don't want to throw that pass. Pretty much what happened there.
Inbound play comes in. Schedule had the shot she wanted. Get it to go. The long rebound out. Eagles looking to push. Here's some of the fans saying slow it down, as they do have the lead and the basketball, and instead they give the ball right back to Caribou after a quick possession.
Yeah, you're not going to love that shot there. That's a great move by Selena Savage. Draws 2.
And just a little seam in the defense. Didn't get the shot to fall, but he is going to go to the free throw line. 9 team fouls now, Rob, for the Eagles.
She hasn't done a whole lot of dribble penetration. We've seen some games where she has, and really like it when she does that, because she looks for the next pass, and if she can get to the foul line, she's a good free throw shooter.
Makes the first free throw. Samantha Carter checked back in for Ellsworth. As the second free throw is going to be a little bit long, so it's a 4-point game.
We're going to kiss of death. Done that a lot.
Digny. The offense on the left side. Carter receives a high screen. Jordan. Shot's going to be put up. No good. Rebound fought for. It's going to be controlled this time by Ellsworth. And now a timeout. Got to assume Coach Pooler is going to be telling his team, we got the lead. We don't need to rush things. He's taking a timeout. We'll take it as well. It's a full break. Back in 1 minute here on WHOU.
MMG Insurance is a proud sponsor of high school basketball. Founded in 1897 and based in Presque Isle, MMG has independent insurance agents across Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. MMG has recently received a national award in innovation, was recognized as the Maine Company of the Year by the Maine Insurance Agents Association, and again named among the best places to work in Maine. Find out more about MMG by visiting our website, mmgins.com. MMG Insurance, protecting your piece of the world.
County Ag and Turf Supply is at its new home on 7 Dow Siding Road in Caribou, offering the same great service. Randy and Jerry are working hard to supply the county with the best products. They offer Blue Seal Feed, Sentinel, Inspire, and Dynasty and Triple Crown for your equine, Home Fresh Extra Egg and Multi-Flock Pellets, and Crumples and Mealworm for your poultry, Entrust Pet Food for your cat or dog, Minerals for your beef and dairy. They have feed for all your livestock. County Ag and Turf Supply also has wood pellets, lubricants, and of course, Willow the Blue Seal Rabbit on the premises. Stop by County Ag and Turf Supply today.
Welcome back here on WHOU. Ellsworth's going to have the basketball until they give it up. Caribou is going to pick up right at midcourt. Savage has it.
Yeah, there's some open space for somebody else to go into that foul line area and maybe find a shot. They're really doing the number on Espling.
Again, feed the ball into Espling in the high post. And it's going to be stolen away as once again she draws a crowd.
Right. Even if she gets a touch there, it's not a great place to get a touch. Put somebody else there and make another pass.
Going to have a whistle. Foul. Looks like it's going to go against the Viking. See Montigny go to the free throw line.
Yeah, I don't know this, but my guess is she's a good free throw shooter. She's only got the 9 points. She got the 3 threes. She hasn't taken a whole lot of shots. She's probably only taken 4 or 5 shots besides those threes.
Free throw is made. Pushes the lead up to 5. It's 31-26. 2 minutes now remain. A second free throw coming up from Montigny. Make sure we say thank you. We know we've got some folks message us, said they're watching from the Caribou Country Club. So all the folks there. So thanks. It's now a steal. Montigny really got the lead, and she will. That's a big exchange right there. It was 34-26. Now a timeout going to be taken on the Caribou bench with 1:46 remaining here in the game. Get away from Caribou a little bit. Coach Kayla Brown calls a timeout. We'll take it as well and be back in 30 seconds.
Hi from Jeans, where you'll find better TV and more ways to enjoy it. Get 190 channels for $59.99 a month with Dish. Plus, get a free voice remote on us. And remember, we're also trained Nest Pros and deliver white glove service for all kinds of smart home solutions, like the Google Nest Learning Thermostat, or the Google Nest Cam Outdoor, which lets you look after your home from anywhere so you can travel worry-free. So come and visit our newest location on Stillwater in Bangor, or visit us online to find a local store near you.
Welcome back here on WHOU. 1:46 remaining. 8-point lead for the Eagles, 34-26. Rob, Caribou needs to score and in a hurry.
Yep, they need to score and then get the ball back. So show some type of full court pressure and hopefully cause some turnovers. They don't get turnovers. Hope Ellsworth misses free throws.
Good job. Looks around now. Collins.
Taking too long to get a shot up, though.
Vigil shot. Overall, rebound taken away. It's tapped out. Montigny's going to look for attack. She's going to take it. Right up and in. That might do it. She received a bump. She's got a chance for a three-point play and has pushed the lead up double digits.
Yeah, she's put her stamp on this game the last minute and a half with 6 points and showed some jets there. Took the hit, little body check, and was able to finish through the contact.
We'll see Collins check out. Susie back in. At the line, going to be Trinity Montigny. Trying to complete the three-point play, and she does. It's now an 11-point game. Ellsworth clearly in the driver's seat. Savage thought about it. Now she'll take it. Shot up just a little strong. Espling comes up with a board, and a foul's going to be called. Go against Ellsworth. That'll result in a two-shot free throw trip here coming up, I believe, at Espling. Now we see she's at the line.
That's the last thing you want to see happen if you're Ellsworth. You want to let them cut into that lead with the clock stopped, but still up 11 and in great shape either way.
Tell you one more time, with 1:06 left on the clock here in regulation of this game. Coming up directly after will be number 1 against number 3. The Caribou Vikings, the defending state champions in Class B, going to be taking on the Ellsworth Eagles. Last year in Bangor, one of just the classic games that we've seen in the last decade or so between those two clubs. And when the trip was made up earlier this year, Caribou kind of handed it to Ellsworth. I'm sure that the Eagles would like to extract a little revenge if possible.
Absolutely. You want to let everyone know that they're a legit contender, which they are. They have one of the better players in B-boys, and Jackson Curtis, and some other great players as well, and very well coached. So I expect a lot tighter game than the one that happened up in Caribou.
Concur. Montigny trying to kill some clock. Drive, nice dump down pass. Not get the shot to fall. Austin Jordan missed the easy one, and then a foul. Once again, that'll stop the clock. It might be too late, but either way, if you're Ellsworth, you got to kind of get ready for these moments as you get closer to the postseason.
Exactly. That's where it bothers you, because they're not going to lose the game. They're up 10 with 36 seconds left, unless the wheels fall off the bus. But you just don't want to foul in that situation.
Free throw up and no good. People's shot just a little too strong. Looking ahead at what each of these teams have coming up. For Caribou tomorrow, they're at MDI. That game is going to be a 1 p.m. start. Ellsworth, their next game is also tomorrow at 1 p.m. They're going to be taking on Presque Isle. Back here at the Ellsworth gym as there's another whistle. Montigny walk back to the free throw line.
Yeah, both Caribou teams, I'm sure, spending the night tonight. This overnight trip to go down there, so it's a lot of fun, nice experience for high school kids to go away, and good bonding experience.
Montigny makes the first free throw. Second one is just as good.
A big fourth quarter for her. She's got 9 points in the quarter.
That's going to be put up. Bouchard's three, no good. Rebound taken away by Espling, and yet another whistle. We're back at the free throw line. We'll walk Paige Espling. Probably too little too late. Trailing by 12, but we'll have to wait to turn around and play again tomorrow.
Yeah, tough task tomorrow, too. Going to
It is.
MDI. MDI girls are a pretty talented team, and won't be easy, that's for sure.
So makes the first, misses the second. Montigny. All up to Carter. Make that back to Montigny. Under 10 seconds. So standing right at the line, and she's going to reach in and commit a foul.
Yeah.
So, Montigny once again walked back to the free throw line.
Chance for her to stick in a couple more points.
Had to hurt game high. Play the start of the next one just a little bit. Montigny. This is a free throw. Espin grabs the rebound. Lucy's not going to get a shot off. The final score in Ellsworth is 39-28. The Eagles with the win over the Caribou Vikings. Number 10 over number 11. We are going to go ahead and take a 1-minute break, send it back to the station, give us a chance to total up scoring from game number 1 and get ready for game number 2. Back in a minute on WHOU.
Excellence at ground level is what you get with J. McLaughlin Construction in Holton. Founded in 2012, the company plans the construction of streets, residential areas, and commercial buildings, and they are involved in both public and private projects. Their high-quality work and many years of experience have earned them an excellent reputation and a loyal client base. Regardless of whether you need a detailed plan for a building or would like to build a road, J. McLaughlin Construction is your reliable partner for all your engineering needs. Call J. McLaughlin Construction at 532-6335 or 694-2546.
Be good for Nana, okay? I love you.
That's not me.
A moment like this is decades in the making. The County Federal Credit Union, partnering with you to achieve financial success so you can enjoy the moments that matter. CountyFCU.org.
Welcome back to Ellsworth High School. Final score from game number 1, 39-28. It was the Ellsworth Lady Eagles picking up a win. Coach Pooler's club is going to advance their record to 8-5. Caribou, meanwhile, dropped 5-10. Both teams again are going to turn right around and play tomorrow. Rob, why don't you go ahead and wrap up some of the scoring before we look ahead to game number 2?
Sure, Tim. Let's start with Caribou. They were led by Paige Espling, 10 points, a bunch of rebounds and a bunch of block shots. Solid game for her. Taylor Schedule with 5, Kimmy Susi with 4, Emily Collins with 3, Selena Savage with 3, Taylor Lebrecht with 3. And for Ellsworth, they were led by Trinity Montigny. Great game for her. Very, very impressed with her. 18 points. Casey Carter had 6. Sam Carter with 3. Kylie Robidoux, she had a lot of foul trouble, but she had an impressive first half. She had 6. Sarah Shea with 2. And Sierra Andrews with 2 for their total of 39.
And the story of the game really was Montigny in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter. She kind of imposed her will a little bit on the Vikings and eventually carried her team to the win.
Yeah, absolutely. Caribou had a stretch in the third quarter. I mean, they put up 4 points in the third quarter, and when you do that, it was tied at halftime. They struggled to score, they missed a few layups in there and had some turnovers, and when that happens and the team builds up a lead on you, it's tough to come back sometimes.
That's going to wrap it up on the Pat's Pizza postgame show for game number 1. We've got a few technical things we need to do to get ready for game number 2. We look to switch things over. So why don't we go ahead? We will send it back to the station. We'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to have the J. McLaughlin Construction Company pregame show. Get ready, as number 1 going to come down and take on number 3, the Caribou boys and Ellsworth boys. This should be an exciting game. We'll take a break, go back to the station, bring it back here in a few minutes on WHOU.